Hey there everybody, welcome back to the Planes, Trains, and Comic Books channel. My name's Matt, and today we're going to review Liquid Kill number 1. But before we get into that, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, subscribing, commenting, it really helps me out and lets me know what you guys want to see more of. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it. Alright, we got the cover here for Liquid Kill number 1. It is a Whatnot comic, and it is by Hoven, Eumazark, and Crow. And we start in the middle of the ocean on a boat for the United States Geological Survey. But something has happened. Some women seem to have hijacked the ship, and they are questioning the USGS because they are trying to find someone named Scylla, and they think that these guys know where they are. And the USGS crew is not cooperating at all. And I should also mention that this is in the future. These are kind of cyberpunk women that have taken over this ship. And it seems like the USGS is not just made up of nice scientists, but now they might be some kind of crime organization or at least a group of bad guys. So because they're not cooperating, one of the women that has taken over the ship throws the scientist in the water and they begin dragging him behind the boat. And they continue to question the other man. And this is why I said it seems like the USGS is not just made of scientists and maybe there's some kind of criminal organization in the future, because this guy doesn't really seem that wholesome. And it seems like these women definitely mean business. She threatens the USGS man with a gun, and he just laughs in her face. So the woman goes over to the man that was trolling behind the boat, and she pulls him in, and then she begins to question him while he's still in the water. And even though she's like dunking him under the water and he's having a hard time swimming, he says he doesn't know anything. So he's not talking. So the woman says to floor it, and the man gets sucked into the propellers. And all that's left are his handcuffed arms flying in the wind. And that's where I'm going to stop it. I don't want to spoil anything else. So full disclosure on this one, Max Hoven, the writer, did reach out to me and asked if I would do a review of this. And he actually gave me the first 3 issues to read. So I'm only going to review the first one, of course, but I have a little bit of knowledge of where the series goes going forward. And all he asked was that I reviewed it honestly. He didn't pay me or anything like that. So this is my own opinion about what I thought of the book. I thought the story was pretty cool. This first issue doesn't really go too far, but it definitely sets up what's going to happen in the next couple issues. But the main thing I like about the book is the pacing of it, because there's lots of action going on and it never really gets boring or anything. And also, I'm a big sucker for cyberpunk stuff, and this definitely has a cyberpunk aspect to it. So overall, I think Max did a really good job with the writing. I was pretty much sucked into the story from the beginning because that whole scene on the boat is pretty crazy and interesting. I mean, just the setup with these scientists that aren't acting like normal scientists, they're acting more like criminals, and then these cyberpunk female assassins taking over the ship. It was just really cool, and I want to find out more about this world. I thought the art was really good. It is definitely abstract, and that is something that I think some people might have an issue with. And when I say abstract, I mean obviously there's like people and stuff in it, but sometimes, usually in more far away shots, a lot of the art seems like it's kind of just shapes, and then your mind is supposed to put it together as far as whether it's a boat or it's a person or whatever. And personally, I thought that was really cool. I like that style. It definitely fits the cyberpunkness of the book, but I could see how some other people might have an issue with it. There's definitely a couple times where I had to look at a panel more than once to figure out exactly what was going on, but that wasn't the majority. And when it does zoom in on people or places, there is a lot of detail, and like I said, I just think this style really fits the genre. So overall, I really enjoyed this book. I think it was really cool. I appreciate that Max reached out to me to let me review it. And the cool thing was I already had this on my list to review because it looked interesting from the solicits I read. So I'm going to give this book a 4 out of 5. I think it was a really solid start to a new series, and there's not too many cyberpunk books out there on the shelves right now. So I think this one feels kind of unique and definitely stands out with the art and the story. And like I said, Max sent me the first 3 issues. So I can tell you that the story gets pretty awesome and every issue gets better and better. So if you saw anything you like, definitely go pick that up at your local comic book store, and we will see you all in the next one.